Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another TechwizzKid 24 video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Starbound. Uh, it's a game developed by Chucklefish Studios. They describe it as an extraterrestrial sandbox adventure game. Pretty much the way I describe it is, which some people don't like, is Terraria in space, plus more. Quick little description. In Starbound, you take on the role of a character who's just fled from their home planet only to crash land on another. From there, you'll embark on a quest to survive, discover, explore, and fight your way across an infinite universe. Literally does mean infinite. Pretty much it's the game itself can randomly generate any number of planets and galaxies, and pretty much the whole game is based in different sectors which kind of act as tiers. And within those different sectors is different galaxies and different planets you can go on, which have different ores for different crafting recipes you can make. So without further ado, I'm gonna get started here. Pretty much we're gonna make a new character. Name him TechwizzKid. You have 6 races: human, avian, apex, florin, hylatl, and glitch. I usually play a human, but right now they're all basically the same. The developer has said, or at least I've seen the developer has said, that in future versions of the game, when it's out of beta and fully released and everything, each race will kind of have a specific class bonus. But as of right now, no matter which one you pick, essentially it plays the same exact way. So I'm gonna pick a human male, and we'll see if we can get what we can do here. I have a lot of options. Well, not too many. Skin color, hairstyle, shirt, pants, personality, undie color, which as of right now really doesn't make any sense because you can't see it, and as far as I know, there's no way to see it, or by the time you see it, you're in game, so you really are just kind of guessing. So that's what we got for hairstyles. That's pretty cool. Get a nice shirt here. I always like the black coats with the red shirt. Get some nice blue pants. And the personality is almost just like their stance. So you get some thriller action there. So I think I'm going to go with that. Some green hair. Shirt to match. I'm going to keep my pants blue. Alright. Click that. And we're going to be playing on multiplayer. If you guys, I try to play every day or so, depending. I do have a server up, so if you guys like to join me, just type in just TechwizzKid.com. You don't need any port numbers or anything like that. Oh. Oh, I don't think he was playing. I think that was from earlier. Anyway, so unlike Terraria or some other sandbox games that I've played, initially sets you up with a quest, so you kind of have somewhat of an idea what's going on, which is nice. So I'm just going to read through, go do probably in this episode, probably see if I can get all the basic quests, because they pretty much just show you the basics of the game, how to craft stuff, the basic mechanics of the game. So the first quest is There's No Place Like Home. Earth has been ripped apart. You have been in search of a new home for some time. Finally, your ship has run out of fuel in orbit of an unknown planet. Before setting out in search of fuel, search your ship's storage for a matter manipulator. So I'm going to accept the quest, and we'll go over the UI really quickly. Up on the top left here, you have top there, you see your character screen. You have your health here and your energy here, which is used for special abilities that you can get called techs. Uses some energy, as well as some of the weapons like the bow and that kind of thing also use energy, just so they're not too overpowered. Up on the top is pretty much your regular, I guess you call it like a hotbar. Pretty much you can obviously assign different weapons or objects to all the different places. One thing I do like about it is if you have one-handed objects, you can specify by right-clicking or left-clicking, which one you want, so you can actually have, a one-handed sword and a shield at the same time, for instance, or certain tools and a flashlight, so you can see in the dark. So that comes in handy, definitely. L and R, they're almost like quick slots. I'll show you I'll show you those later once we get a weapon. Over on the right hand side we have our pixels, which is pretty much the Starbound currency, which is used later, a little bit later in the game. For the beginning part, mostly when you craft something, you just need the basic materials and you're fine. But as you get further into the game, you also need pixels. You get pixels from killing monsters, searching chests, all that kind of stuff. There's also refineries you can use. You can convert ore into pixels. But I'm sure we'll get to that when I'm a little further into the game. Next one here is obviously the inventory screen. It gives you lots of inventory space in the beginning. You get the first bag and the second bag. Usually your basic crafting components usually go in this bag, so if you pick something up and you don't see it right away, it might have went into the second bag here. After that, you have this wrench, which is pretty much your basic crafting, almost like if you were to hit the regular E in Minecraft or something like that. You can do the basic stuff, make a crafting table, that kind of thing. This is pretty much just a way to search stuff. Kind of tells you what it is. Storage device seems to function a lot like my own. Or a tech station, like carrying awesome stuff here. Just gives you a little bit of description of what everything is. This pretty much is a basic, I guess it's almost like a background to the story. So there's just different log files. I'm not sure, I haven't read through, I don't know if you get more of them. But it kind of tells you, you can see here, that was the first quest that I got, we already read that. Oh, that's nice. It tells me the next next part of the story. I guess not, though. You feel slightly guilty about the little alien you brought on board. The little hungry alien that you ejected out of the airlock after it ate the rest of the crew. Well, there's no sense in crying over spilled blood, you think. Spilled fuel, however, is a different story. So I guess that's a little bit more background on the story. Actually, I never read that. I'm gonna have to go over those later. But that was the little book icon there. This thing here, it looks like a little, it's actually a teleport icon. This platform I'm standing on here is the teleportation device down to whatever planet you're currently above. I can warp to planet, or you can, with this new update, warp home, where you can actually set different planets as your home planet. And I think it actually doesn't cost any fuel now for that. And then the last one down here is just your quest journal, pretty much. Obviously, my first quest, you can set as current. I think it already is. And it's going to ask us to go into the storage container and take the matter manipulator out, and obviously all the other stuff we can as well. So this first box here is your storage container. It gives you lots and lots of space, 64 slots. I'm going to go ahead and take the matter manipulator, put my first slot, flashlight, second slot. Get a sword. I'm going to throw in this L slot, torches, and some basic seeds. So pretty much the point of the game, obviously, is just survive and build, like any sandbox survival game. With that, quest complete. Well done. The matter manipulator allows you to manipulate almost anything in the game world. And we also got a new quest. It's time to search a planet for fuel. To survive down there, you need tools. To produce tools, you need to make yourself a crafting table. Use your ship's teleportation platform to beam down. Really quickly, matter manipulator. It's a cool little device. Manipulates anything that matters. Pretty much all it means, it acts as an axe, a pickaxe, and some of the pretty much the really basic tools. That way you don't have to build something wood first and then go up to this, blah 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 blah. You get this basic one. It's not good, it's terrible, it takes forever. So as soon as you can replace it with even just a stone pick, do it. So, and I'll show you really quickly here. This other one that you start with is called the tech station. If you go into press E, press tech, pretty much you can randomly find what's called techs in the game world. Different things like, stuff to let you jump higher, or like butterfly boost, which almost lets you fly. A bunch of different ones. You can have up to 4. And pretty much you just lock those in, and then it unlocks that ability for your character. As of right now, you can only do 1 at a time, so that kinda sucks. But I think in a future upgrade that's probably going to change. Remember, it's beta, so little stuff like that is going to happen. Get the front door here, and this right here is pretty much our fuel. Currently we have 0 because we just started. as soon as we get down there, we can start getting some coal to throw in there to convert into fuel. I believe you can get 10 wood logs, throw them in a furnace, it will create coal, which you can then put in there as well. And then finally we got the navigation screen here. You can see right now we started on Alpha Syrinx 24I. It's a forest biome, threat level 1. And also in the same area is Alpha Syrinx 24IA, which is not quite a moon, it's still a planet, but it's an arid biome, also threat level 1. So if you right click, you can kind of zoom out and you can see the other planets in the solar system. A snow one, 2 snow ones, and we've got here a bunch of them here: snow, arid, desert, moon. So it's just the different biomes pretty much, which have different ores, that kind of stuff. What's nice about it is it only costs 1 fuel to go to a planet within your solar system. But if I zoom out one more time with the right click, this is the almost like I call it like the galaxy view. Right now you can see we're in Alpha Sector, which is like the first tier. But we can go to any number of these planets, and they cost I think 100. I don't remember. I don't recall. But that's again not going to be till later, so we don't have to worry about that right now. Other than that, really quickly about this L slot, pretty much what this acts like is almost like a quick action bar. So whichever your last used item was, if you press X, it will go over to the sword here, as you can see. I press X again, it will go to where my last used item is, which comes in handy if you're mining underground and a mob comes to attack you. Just press X really quickly, and you'll go to your sword. The R slot essentially just is like a secondary weapon. So usually I have a sword and a bow. Press Z, it will switch. Which is which, so you can switch to your bow quickly or your sword. But without further ado, I'm going to head down to the planet so we can start doing the quest, which is to make a crafting table. I'll just press C here to bring up the crafting table. And you can see we just need wood planks, so we're going to have to chop down some trees. We're going to warp to planets. Oh, that's very odd. So I did play this planet on my other character. That's right, I'm playing on my server. So I do actually have a crafting table ready, but we're going to pretend that does not exist for now, at least. And I'll just show you the basics of the game. So in Starbound, there's obviously non-player characters and mobs. From what I can see, most of them are aggressive, which they'll attack you on sight, and they have some kind of special ability. What's cool about the game is they're all kind of randomly generated from kind of different parts. You see some repetition, but for the most part, you can get some really funky looking, really funky creatures. And by the way, too, it is not normal to spawn in something like this. This is something that happened with the last update. It seems to sometimes the first planet kind of spawned you in some funky places. Some people getting stuck on the ground and everything. I kind of got lucky with this spawn. I just kind of already got a house, so that's actually extremely lucky, and it most likely will not happen for you. So if you think that's normal, or if you don't spawn in one, just an empty space, do not be surprised. Now, some of the creatures are docile. They will not attack you unless you provoke them, but for the most part, these are. And obviously, this kind of creature, you can tell, these blue guys, if one of them's hostile, they're all going to be hostile pretty much. So you can, you can be rest assured that they're all going to attack you. And this guy with the million eyes, he's creeping me out too. But combat's pretty basic. You just click. It's a little bit different from Terraria, where you just kind of click as fast as you can. This is pretty similar, but you're not like spinning your sword, around in circles, which can be a little funky. As you can see there too, if you look at the top when they come up, most of them have some kind of special ability. That one shoots bubbles. Blood vomit is a common one that you see as well. Let's see if these guys, I think these guys are pretty docile. Yeah, these guys are nice. So these are just regular creatures, but they're not going to attack me, so I'm going to leave them be. Now on the planets you can come across villages, caves, these kind of installations I have here, which I forgot the name of the class that they are, but the monkey class, obviously, with the banana. where a lot of times what they'll do is those might be almost like a whole dungeon where there's almost like a jumping puzzle, and at the end you usually get a chest. Right now the chests are kind of bugged where they don't really give you, it's all kind of randomized, so you might do the whole thing and then get crap. But as it is, like I said, beta's beta. So let's dispatch this gentleman. Ouch. I gotta be careful because I am almost dead. So let's see if I can get this tree and like this crafting table really quick. Alright. But as you can see, just point at the base of the tree. At first with the matter manipulator, it does take quite a while to kind of knock it down, but it does happen eventually. And I kind of like the falling animation that it has. We'll see it in a second. And it just falls opposite the direction that you're on and drops the logs with it. So I just got 18 refined logs. And if you notice there too, the music, first of all, the music is great in this game. It's very atmospheric. It fits perfectly. And it's just really good music in general. But if you notice there when I went underwater, it sounds like I'm underwater. I always love that. So I'm going to head back here and see if we can get this crafting table made really quick. Because I want to get as much of the quest done as I can while it's still light out. Because in this game, when it's dark out, you pretty much get cold, and you can start to, I would say freeze to death, because it's pretty much what it is. So I'm going to press C here to go into my crafting bench. I need 35 wood planks, so go ahead and take these wood planks. You can see every one piece of wood I have makes 3, or every one piece of unrefined wood I have makes 3 wood planks. So I'm just going to go back here. I'm going to have 18 of these, which now I have 54 of 35 to make the wooden crafting table, and we'll go ahead and do that. And as you can see here, it has this this pixel thing here. It's not costing me any money to create that. What that is pretty much how much it will cost if you throw it in. I didn't show you the 3D printing aspect in the ship. That's how much it's going to cost to print out in the 3D printer. So you can pretty much take an item, throw it in your 3D printer. It destroys the item in the process, but then you have like a recipe to be able to just print that for that amount of pixels. So that's pretty nice. So close this out. Alright, quest complete. Well done. Using the crafting table will give you access to a wide range of new recipes. Collecting fuel and visiting a range of planets is the best way to find resources. Accept reward of 10 pixels. Food fight. By now you're likely beginning to feel hungry. Food can be found in a variety of places, but in a pinch, hunting is your best option. Obtain some alien meat by killing a monster with a bow and cook it on a campfire to produce cooked alien meat. So we're going to go ahead and accept that. And I'll give a good chance to show you some of or talk about some of the keybinds. Pretty much if you hold control around in the game, you can essentially look around, which does come in handy when you're deep in caves, as long as obviously there's some light. And the other one is Alt, which you'll see here. If I press Alt, it brings up my hunger bar here on the bottom. You see I have 3 little bars down, so I'm getting peckish. Again, same thing. Once you lose your hunger, you start to starve to death pretty much, and you can die. So we're gonna go see here. We're gonna press C. We're gonna see what it takes to make a hunting bow. I need 1 plant fiber and 10 unrefined wood. So I probably should have left some of that wood, but that's fine. Plant fiber you can get from a variety of places. Most of the time I usually just get them off things like this. Usually in caves you'll have some kind of low-hanging vine here, and this will drop some plant fiber. So we'll work at this for a second. And as right now, as you can see, it takes quite a while to knock it down. That's just because the matter manipulator is just not very good. It's a jack of all trades, master of none. So it's nice that you have just one tool to kind of do everything, but it's so slow. And I'm gonna see if I can just get another tree here. Where are you, trees? There's gotta be another one nearby, hopefully. Eventually there will be one. Yeah, I should have left some unrefined wood from when I crafted that, but that's what this game's about. Survival adventure, explore the planet. And one thing, for some reason, I don't know if anybody else did this. For some reason, I did not think that the planets were of a certain size. I didn't know you could circumnavigate them. I don't know why. I just assumed they were all kind of infinite and randomly generated. No, there is a limit pretty much, and if you make like a pillar or something or get a landmark, you'll know eventually that you've overpassed it. Some of the smaller planets you can get by 10-15 minutes. Some of the larger ones can take quite a while. And one thing I did just notice is this tree seems to be growing brains, which is interesting, and there seems to be brains in the background on the lower left, you can see there as well. So that's a little funky. So I'm going to chop this tree down, get some more wood, and while I'm here I'm going to get some of that iron that you can see right below me and show you a little bit how the matter manipulator works. Alrighty then. Okay, and what I'll do is I'm just going to go straight down here and just click. And I don't know if you can see it around the mouse cursor, but pretty much what's nice about the matter manipulator, or any of this stuff in general really, is that it's not one block at a time. It does actually get, this one for instance it will do a 4-block radius pretty much, which is nice. The pickaxes I believe get like a 2x6 area, or not 2x6, 2x3 area, and the drill gets a certain size area. I don't remember the size of that one, but depending on the thing, you'll just get more and more at once, which is nice. Save some time with that. So I'm doing everything one little block at a time, because these blocks are, you can see they're kind of really small, so it takes forever if you have to do one at a time. And when you're building as well, you technically build in 4-block pieces. If you hold shift, it puts it down to 1 block. So that's useful if you're using like Windows or that kind of stuff. Ooh, that does sound creepy as heck. Oh, this guy's got bubble beam. It's like a Pokemon. Bubble blast. Ah, shit. And that's death for you, so I guess that's good to show as well. Pretty much, this is a little death animation you get. Kind of recreates your body and refreshes you from scratch. Death penalty is not too bad in this game, at least in the beginning. Pretty much as of right now, he said this probably will change to 30%, but as it stands right now, when you die, you lose 20% of your pixels, and then you get beamed back to your ship, as far as I can tell. You don't lose any items. If I press inventory, I still have all my items I had. It's a good thing about that is sometimes it's worth it to die if you're getting low on hunger, depending on how many pixels you have with you. Sometimes too, if I'm just too lazy to run back all the way to the top, if I'm really deep in a cave, I'll just purposely die, because it's, especially in the beginning of the game, you're not going to use your pixels that much, and when you do, it doesn't take long to get 20 pixels back. So just a little tip. What are we doing here? We're going to make a hunting bow now. Alright, so hunting bow. Monsters killed with the bow drop tasty meat. Because right now the sword, when I kill something, it has a very, very small chance of dropping meat to cook. But the hunting bow, the chance is greatly increased. I think it's at like 80-something% chance that it's going to be, that meat would be dropped. So, and if you just keep an eye on the power bar to my left there, you'll see it uses some when I shoot it. And that's what I was talking about as far as like abilities. You also see that with bows and certain other weapons, when I hold it back, I'll show you here, it kind of flashes color. And when it does that, you can see it has like a white trail behind it. The bow does more damage that way. So if you do it at the right time, it will do more damage. But otherwise, you know, it's going to do the standard damage. So let me pick up this meat. And what else do we have to do? Cook on a campfire. We're just gonna ignore the campfire in there. So craft a campfire. Decide to go to my inventory, and let's place this sucker down right there. And press E on it, and we'll throw the raw meat in the campfire and do cook. So one thing that's nice about this game is the stuff, even the furnace or that kind of stuff, doesn't take any fuel technically. So even when you get the furnace or the stove, you don't have to put coal in it or anything like that. It kind of just works, which is nice. So quest complete. Food fight. Enjoy it. Enjoy. If you're a vegetarian, toss it away and start planting crops. Accept reward. And a new quest. It's time to craft a furnace. You'll need to obtain some cobblestone, a campfire, and some coal. If you'd like to know exactly how much of each you need, access a crafting table, untick materials available, and mouse over the recipe to see its ingredients. So I'll show you guys really quick. I'm going to keep that crafting table in my inventory. Like in here, go into the crafting table. And you can see it gives you a lot more options as far as stuff you can make. But what that was just talking about is there's a little checkbox down here for materials available. Pretty much if you checked it off, it's only going to show you stuff you can create currently. So right now, I think what I want to make, it costs kind of a lot though, 15. I'll save them for now. But now would be a good time to explain some of the stuff while I have some plant fiber. So in this game, to gain your health back, it will not regenerate if you're at full health like Minecraft does, or similar games do. What you have to do is the only way to heal is through bandages or through sleeping in a bed. Sleeping in a bed takes forever to heal up, and bandages, as of right now, they don't heal very fast or very much. I'm not sure if there's any upgrades. So I've only gotten to about tier 4 or 5 in the game so far, but in the game, all the characters and stuff just got wiped again. Again, beta's beta. So keep making new characters, so I'm only still in the very beginning. So I'll craft a bandage here just to show you really quick though. Pretty much all it takes is the plant fiber. So that in one of my inventory slots. And pretty much you just click, left click to use it on yourself. You can see I have the little plus there. I'm filling up my health, and now it's full. Keep in mind the bandages are a heal over time effect, so if you just spam it, you're not going to get the full effect. Pretty much you have to let it get its full effect, click another one, let it get its full effect. I wasted my first couple hours using so many of them because I would just keep spamming them because I thought it would be faster, but it's not. So we're going to go to the next quest here, because it is going to be creating the furnace. So we need some cobblestone, a campfire, and some coal. For the campfire, pretty much you just need wood planks, or what do you need? Yeah, just unfried wood and a torch, which we have already, so that should be fine. We'll probably just destroy this campfire and use that one. So we're going to see if we can go find some coal here. Use my flashlight really quick. Oh, beautiful, look at that coal right away. So, oh man. Bubble Beam Pokemon battle. Pikachu, I choose you. Oh, alright, cool. I got some leather from this guy. I've got another enemy here. I don't want to try not to shoot the other guys. Oh. Why don't you just a creepy motherfucker? Is the other one mad at me now? Can't tell. And I'm really bad at this. Oop, 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 oop. There you go. Oh shoot. I'm gonna die. Not good, not good. Oh, what a shot. Oh shoot. Wow. That was quite good. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty good. Now if I could, I just want to mine some of this coal, you jerks. Dirt block, dirt block. Wait, do I even need coal? What am I talking about? Do I just need cobblestone? No, I do need some coal. I also see some, I think it's silver over there as well. As soon as I can, I'm going to be upgrading this mana manipulator to at least a stone pick, because this is horrible. It's staying forever. My goodness. I hope in the future updates for the game you can get, as far as I know, this mana manipulator, as soon as you get rid of it or start upgrading to pickaxes and with drills, pretty much you never use your mana manipulator again, which is a shame because it's a cool idea. I'm guessing, you know, this is like some kind of futuristic technology, and now you're forced to kind of go back to old tech stuff like a standard pickaxe and a drill, because obviously you're cut off from Earth, very vaguely cut off from Earth. So I'm gonna see if we can get some of this cobblestone, and this takes forever. with this matter manipulator. And before I run into another guy, I should probably craft some more bandages for myself as well. Let's make as many as I can. Well, 2 of them. Swap them with my to-do sapling. This is also new, this update. You can actually grow trees now, which is nice. Okay, that's one. Let that work. I'll get some more cobblestone here. Four by 4 here. Actually, it looks like it does 2 by 3. Maybe I'm crazy. I know. I lied. I stopped doing these ones. One thing I do like too about the game is that it will, if you stop clicking for whatever reason, like if you accidentally misclicked or something like that, the stone won't immediately go back to completely unmined. You know, you can see the little veins will take a little while to go back to their regular state. Let's see if we can get up there. Chop, 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 chop. Crunch, crunch, crunch. There we go. Alright, and I think we should have enough materials now for a furnace. So I'll head back to our little building here. Go inside, get my crafting table. Go ahead and take that campfire, which does come in useful when it's going to turn nighttime, which it probably will be pretty soon, because you're going to need that to keep warm. So crafting table, and what do I need? What am I missing here? Campfire, wood planks, yarn spinner. Going crazy. Fence, iron anvil, stone furnace. Ah, man, more cobblestone. It's starting to get dark. Better go fast. Go, go, go. Little cranes in the background. That's so weird. I never noticed that. Oh, before today. But I can see the sun is setting. You can see, actually, that looks really pretty too. The you can see a little sun rays in the back. Music's kind of changing a little bit. Oh boy, it's got dark really fast. Okay, a couple more cobblestone. And you can see that in the bottom. I got that little new bar that popped up. That's pretty much the temperature gauge. You can see it looks like a little thermometer. And here you can see the kind of the effectiveness of the flashlight as well. So if you're really deep down in a cave, this can come in really handy. But you can also get stuff like lanterns and one you can wear on your back later in the game. So you won't use this too much, but in the beginning, it's definitely useful. So close my door here. And if you don't get lucky like me and start off in a pretty cool little fancy house to start off with, I actually just noticed it's completely open to the outside up there. You usually just want to build like a little dirt hovel. Just do some dirt, just get it in there. Make a wooden door, basic crafting thing. Or, you know, wooden door or anything just to keep you protected at night. And just put your campfire and keep yourself warm. But for now, I'm going to open this up and I'm going to make myself a stone furnace. Go ahead and place this down. Quest complete. Awesome. It's about time we play with fire. Accept reward. Another new quest. And again, these are just the basic quests to kind of give you an idea of how the game is played. So next we need to get you some armor. Working with metal requires an anvil, but before we can craft one, you'll need to smelt some iron ore. Obtain 2 iron ore and smelt it in a furnace to obtain an iron bar, which I think I already have. Iron ore. So I'm going to go ahead and place my furnace down. Press E on it. Yes, we do. Iron ore. Beautiful. Go ahead and smelt that. Takes 2 iron ore to make 1 iron bar. Quest complete. It's beautiful. Good job. You'll need a whole bunch of iron bars to craft an anvil. So, another new quest. First contact. Your ship's engine isn't yet strong enough to take you beyond the Alpha Sector. Craft a distress beacon and maybe you'll be able to make contact with a larger ship. Make sure you're ready for anything before you do though. Ooh, foreshadowing. But pretty much that's the next step. I'm not going to make any spoilers or anything, but pretty much once you craft the distress beacon, that's going to allow you to get to the next sector, which is Beta, or Bravo, Beta, which is technically the next tier. But we want to stay in Alpha a little bit, make sure we're geared up, find a decent weapon, or a much better weapon than we have here, and go from there. But for now, what we're going to want to do is probably the first step is to definitely get us a pickaxe of some kind first, probably a hoe as well, so we can start doing some gardening, use some of these seeds that the game gives you in the beginning and show you that. Also a regular axe to chop down the trees a lot faster. And we're going to start going spelunking to hopefully find some copper ore so I can make myself some copper armor. And after that's made, make myself, I don't know if it's stone armor. Usually I just skip it. I just go right to copper armor because it doesn't take long to get copper. And then after that, pretty much get to a copper pickaxe and go from there, so on and so on and so on, until we've kind of exhausted this planet's resources. And we'll go from there. We'll see if we can circumnavigate this planet, see if we find any cool NPC villages or anything like that. But that's going to have to wait till morning. But for now, I think that should do it for my first video. I definitely plan on making some more of these. If you guys want to hop on with me while I play, I have no issue with that. Server name, TechwizzKid.com. You can pretty much go there. I also have a Mumble server open. If I'm recording, obviously I probably don't want to be talking in the chat or the Mumble server at the same time, but feel free to join me on the server here. You can come in, see my base and everything, kind of check it out. But other than that, I think that should be it for today. I'll see you guys next time, hopefully really soon, with some more of these videos.